Now we continue our discussion on the same exercise 5A in book 2, Profit and Loss. And now I am going to discuss rest of the word problem in each video. Right now I am discussing question number 3. We have discussed the first two questions already, and now we are going to discuss question number 3. I am not writing the question here again, it's a long question, so I am not writing it. I'll try to make sure that the question is available in the description of the video. I'm just reading the question once here. The question says a trader mixes 2 kg of butter which costs $8 per kg with 3 kg of butter which costs $6 per kg. He sells the mixture at $2.55 per 250 gram. Express his profit as a percentage on his selling price. Okay, so this is a little complicated kind of a word problem than the one which we did in the previous lesson. In this video they are saying there is a shopkeeper and he sells butter, but what he does not have one type of a butter, he has 2 types or 2 kinds of butters available. The first butter that he has is the one which costs $8 per kg, and how much of it is mixed? 2 kg of the butter has been mixed. So I can collect the data. I say type A or type 1, and then I can say type 2. Let's see how much butter does he have and how much is the rate of per kg butter. The first butter that he mixes is how much? 2 kg of first butter, your first type of the butter has been mixed, and what is the rate per kg? $8 per kg. Okay? Then he mixes another butter in this. How much of that has been mixed? 3 kg of the butter has been mixed, and what is the cost of that butter per kg? That cost $6 per kg. Okay, so what is the total amount of the butter that he has, and what is the total cost here? First of all, this is type 1. 2 kg has been mixed, and what does 1 kg cost him? 8 kg. So what is the total cost of first butter that he has? 8 multiplied by 2 is $16. Okay? He has actually taken $16 and bought 2 kg of this first type of butter. Second type of butter that is 3 kg. What is the cost of that butter per kg? Is $6. So what is the total cost of this butter for him? That is 6 multiplied by 3, that is 18. So what is the total amount of butter that he has available? The total amount of butter that he has available is 5 kg. And what is the total amount that he has invested here? Is 16 plus 18. That makes it $38. So he now has a mixture or a combination of 2 butters, and the total amount that now is available is 5 kg, and the total amount of money that he has spent on this is $38 for this 5 kg. If I want to find out what is his cost per kg on that mixture, so what am I going to do? I am going to divide the total amount with 5. If I divide 38 with 5, I'll find out the amount of the butter per kg. 38 divided by 5 becomes $7.6 per kg. So this is the amount which I can consider as the cost price of the butter that he now has. The 5 kg of butter that he now has available actually costs him $7.6 per kg. I hope this much is clear up till now. Now if I look at the rest of the question, what was the question telling me? The question was once again telling me expresses profit as a percentage of his selling price. Achha, what does he do? He sells the mixture at $2.55 per 250 gram. He is selling the butter at a cost of $2.55 per 250 gram. Yani this is the cost price. His selling price is not per kg. His selling price is for 250 gram. He is selling 250 gram at a cost of $2.55. So if he is selling 250 gram at $2.550, imagine what is he going to do, what is he going to earn when he sells 1 kg of the butter. 250 grams is $2.55. 1 kilogram is actually 1000 grams. I want to find out how much does he earn on 1000 grams. You know how should this be converted. I'll just multiply this with 4, and 2.55 multiplied by 4 will become $10.20 per kg. So this is the cost per kg that he is now selling it for. This becomes the selling price. So the cost price that he has of the butter that he is selling is $7.6 per kg, and the selling price that he is now have is $10.20 per kg. So now the kind of butter that he has, I have found out the cost price of that butter per kg, I have found out the selling price of that butter per kg, and I need to find out the profit as a percentage of the selling price. Express the profit as a percentage of his selling price. We know the formula for the profit percentage is equals to profit over cost price multiplied by 100. In my first video where I discussed about profit, loss, profit percentage and loss percentage, I discussed that whenever we ask you to calculate profit or loss as a percentage, we always do it as a percentage of the cost price. But there are few cases when the question actually asks you to find out profit or loss as a percentage of the selling price. And when the question does so, the formula that now I am going to use to find out the profit as a percentage, profit percentage is equals to either profit upon selling price now into 100. You can either use this formula to do this question, or you can also use this formula in this form. Profit percentage is equals to, I can replace profit with selling price minus cost price over. I am not going to use cost price because the question has clearly mentioned his profit as a percentage of selling price. So these could be the two possible formulae in this case. You can either use this one or you can use this one. You could have used this one if you knew the profit, but right now you don't know the profit. Either you find out the profit separately first of all and then you can use this formula, or if you want you may just use this formula directly over here. You have the selling price, you have the cost price, you have to find out the profit as a percentage over selling price. That is why I have used selling price in the denominator in this case. If the question does not mention anything, you will always calculate profit as a percentage of the cost price always. If nothing is mentioned, by default we use cost price over here. But if the question clearly states calculate profit as a percentage of the selling price, then we will replace cost price of the denominator with the selling price. This is the formula. I really hope you can perform the calculation, find out the profit as a percentage in this case. In the next video, I'll be discussing the next question. Thank you.